Hello my friends, this is Lionel Anderson here with you guys with a brand new YouTube BitChute video, and in today's video, we're going to be leaking a reptilian secret, my friends, okay? And this is something they don't want you to know. We're going to be revealing how the simulation ends and how it's ending in the near future. Okay, my friends, that's right, the simulations come to the end. But what they really don't want you to know is how to escape the simulation when it comes to an end. And I'm going to be revealing that information in today's video. We're going to be revealing the mechanics of the black hole sun ascension event and its relation to Nibiru, the pole shift, how it's all going to go down. All right? So let's just get right into it. I'm going to encourage you guys to hit that subscribe button. As I say, subscribe to survive so you don't miss out on future videos. And also hit that like button because it's equally as important for my algorithms and that you get to see the videos too. Because I'm Shadow Man, so if you hit the like button, it might pop up in your algorithm. So let's just get right into it. So my last couple videos ago, I made this video here. I do recommend everybody go check that out. After this video, or if you want to go watch it now, you can do, if you haven't seen it yet, because it was kind of like a part one to this video. We talk about all these missing scientists, the UFO disclosure, and the alien stuff that they're all starting to release, and its relation to the Great Matrix Reset, and we talk in that video about the importance of the show three-body problem, okay? And we reveal in that video how we are in a three-body problem simulation in this realm as well, my friends. And it's a simulation, it comes in cycles, and it's harvesting our energy pretty much. And we are powering the AI, okay? And they are simulating this experience over and over again. Like I said, you gotta watch that video if you haven't already, but many of you already have. So this is a part two to that video, a continuation. Okay, so pretty much what it comes down to, my friends, is there's evidence of this pole shift event, as you know, and there's also evidence, and this is going to sound crazy, that when all these events start to occur and Nibiru comes into our field and all that, there's going to be an event where people who are on the ascension path, who've done their work to detach from the matrix, might start floating up into the sky. I know you probably heard stories about the rapture and whatnot. What if I were to tell you this is something that's actually going to happen? It might happen with everybody, actually. Everybody might start floating up. Not everybody's going to ascend, but a lot of people might start floating in the air, my friends. Okay? So, you think this sounds crazy, Lionel? You're out to lunch. Well, did you know that this is actually something that's going viral right now? All over social media and whatnot. It's been going viral for the past 6 months. Apparently, NASA has leaked some information, or somebody leaked it from NASA, talking about some Project Anchor, okay? So I'm going to show you a little clip of what they're saying is going to happen, okay? What people online are saying anyways, what the conspiracy is, and then we're going to discuss if this certain theory is correct and what is true. Okay, so take a look.
You wake up floating 3 feet above your bed. Your phone, your keys, your furniture, all drifting around the room like you're underwater. Outside, cars lift off the highway. Trees pull out of the ground, roots and all. People grab anything bolted down. You have 7 seconds. That's how long Earth's gravity will be offline. After that, it comes back. Everything falls, including the 850 million people who didn't grab hold of something in time. According to a leaked government document, this happens on August 12, 2026. NASA calls it Project Anchor, and they've known about it since 2019. And if you haven't heard this story, you better strap in. December 2025, a document started circulating on encrypted channels. The header read, Project Anchor Gravitational Discontinuity Event Executive Summary. The document was marked classified at a level above top secret. It described a global emergency program with an $89 billion budget and one terrifying purpose: preparing humanity for a moment when Earth's gravity would temporarily cease to exist. The date was precise, August 12, 2026, 1433 UTC. For about 7 seconds, the gravitational force holding everything to the planet would drop to zero. And according to the document, NASA identified this threat in 2019. Deep space monitoring stations detected 2 gravitational wave signatures converging. These waves come from merging black holes a billion light years away, and when they intersect near Earth's orbital position in August 2026, the interference pattern will briefly cancel out our planet's gravitational field. The probability assessment in the document was 94.7%. That's not speculation, that's a certainty.
There you go. So as you can see, everything's allegedly here, but that's what they're saying. Earth is going to lose its gravity for 7 seconds, and they're saying it's going to be August 12th, 2026, this year. Oh my goodness. Well, my friends, I know a lot of people would start freaking out about that, because at the end of the day, even if it was 7 seconds, people start floating up like they're trying to say would happen. That would cause major damage. What would you do if you just start floating up real high for 7 seconds, then it stops and everybody drops to their death? You know, who knows all the chaos that would happen worldwide if that happened, even for 7 seconds. Okay? So it would be a crazy event to take place if that happened. But I'm going to relieve you of your worries at this moment in time, because I do not believe that that is going to take place. According to my research, it has been debunked, and there was no leaked NASA documents, or if there was, it was a misunderstanding or something like that, okay? But that's not the important thing here, my friends. The important thing is that this theory went viral on social media, and I believe this was a seed that was planted in the minds of millions of people, that an event like that could someday take place. Because although I don't believe it's happening in the imminent near future, I do believe it's going to happen in many of our lifetimes, whether it's in 10, 15, 20 years, 2040 and beyond, okay? Maybe in that category, according to my intuition, okay? And I could be wrong too. But I do believe it's something that many of us will experience in our lifetime, because the evidence all around us is clear that we're entering an end of an age, my friends, okay? End of an age, end of a simulation, okay? Where the age of Pisces is ending, and we're entering the age of Aquarius. And of course, when we go into new cycles or new simulations, that's what's going to happen. The age of Aquarius is the new simulation, okay? So this one ends, a new one begins. But there's always a big cataclysmic event that ends the age, and it's this Saturn polar configuration, Nibiru, black hole sun nemesis event. Okay, and we already see the signs all around us. That's why the world is going so chaotic, my friends. So the way I viewed that is that's just the powers that be letting something go viral, putting a little psyop out there just to get it in the minds of the masses. Okay? Just to get it in the minds of the masses. But with that being said, my friends, it's not just that theory going around. This is something that's been in our faces a lot throughout TV shows, music videos, and stuff like that. And I have spoken about this before in other videos, but I'm going to do it again briefly, okay, in this video for those who are new. But of course, okay, so 3-body problem, the book, and also the Netflix show, which again, you have to watch the last video where I go into the importance of that. But in that show, it shows a simulation. They're running simulations of a 3-body problem, that these planetary bodies creating an end of the world scenario, like a Nibiru cataclysm type thing, right? And they're running simulations, trying to figure out how to survive it. And in one of the simulations, it does show, and I wish I could show the clip, but I'm just afraid to because of the copyright. But I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna try showing the clip anyways, and I'm going to maybe change the music and add a couple faces in there, emojis or something, and maybe it won't get picked up by the copyright thing. But yeah, take a look. This is 3-body problem, just a short little clip of the event that I'm talking to you guys about. Take a look. There you guys go, okay? They're showing you the truth. Never forget that Barack Obama once told Eddie Vedder, apparently, allegedly, when Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam asked him, what's going on in our realm? What's the truth? What can you tell me about what's going on in the world? And he says, you want to know what's going on in the world? You read Three Body Problem, okay? That book contains the answers. And it's been on record that many people in the United States government are obsessed with that book and reading it all the way back in the Bush era, okay? Because they know about the three-body problem, which we're going to be showing my AI videos, and I made a new AI video too to further what I showed in the last video, okay? We're going to be showing you exactly what's going to go. We're breaking it down, okay? I'm going to be showing you exactly what's about to happen. All right, I'm putting it all together. But I'm just trying to hammer it to you guys that this is being shown to us in stuff like these movies and whatnot, okay? And also music videos. Hey, great music video, great song, Black Hole Sun, right? By Soundgarden. Of course, if you watch that music video and listen to that song, Chris Cornell, it's showing that people getting sucked up towards the black hole sun, getting sucked into the sun. Imagine that, eh? Well, demons or whatever, people turning into reptiles on Earth, hell going on Earth. It's like a big cataclysmic event. It shows you there. And then, of course, we got, what's his name? Lenny Kravitz and his song Human, and everybody starts floating in that one too. I recommend you guys watch that. Okay? Good song, good music video. And I'm going to leave the links down below in the description as well. Okay, my friends? And then, of course, we got David Bowie, one of my all-time favorites, if not my favorite. His song Black Star. Again, Black Star, which is the black hole sun, because he was tuned in, he knew. And in his music video for a Black Star that was released right after he died, or a couple days before he died, because he knew he was dying, he put it out there, you know. In that music video, it shows he's on the moon, but he's dead, but his soul is floating towards the black hole sun. Okay? In esoteric circles and esoteric knowledge, occult knowledge, it is known that the exit of the simulation is the sun. Okay? The black hole sun. Okay? So this is actually an ancient concept in esoteric philosophy about the exit of the simulation or of this realm being through the black hole sun. Okay? So this is just not something crazy old Lionel's pulling out. This is stuff that's in your face, and I'm sure there's many other examples in TVs and movies of this event where people float up. But like I said, yeah, some people may float up, but not everybody's going to ascend. Okay? So, like I said, the black hole sun is a portal, okay? And those who are on the ascension timeline, pretty much what's going to happen is they're going to float on up there, okay? And why? I'm going to show you why this event occurs in the AI video that I made to show you the mechanics of it, why this event takes place. But I want to make it very clear, your body does not go with you, so your body will float up. It will, okay? But at a certain point, your body is literally going to disintegrate, and your spirit and your soul is going to detach, and then it's going to carry on through the black hole sun portal, okay? Through the portal. Oh, I know, it sounds crazy. Well, here's another music video I highly recommend you guys look up. Again, I'd love to play it here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to play it here. Again, I don't want to copyright, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to change the music, which is a shame because it's an amazing song. I'm talking about Paul Oakenfoot, Southern Sun, okay? Amazing song, but I can't play it. I'll get a copyright strike, so I'm going to change the music to a copyright-free song, and I'm going to add some emojis. I'm sorry, but I have to beat the system somehow, right? But you're going to see, and still, you guys have to watch. You have to watch the full-length video. I don't have time to show it here, but pretty much the story of it all is it's this lady, she's a celebrity, and she doesn't like what's going on. She's at a photo shoot, and she needs to get away, okay? So she runs away. She runs off into a forest, and she's running through the forest, and she just doesn't want to be a celebrity anymore. She wants to leave the world, pretty much. And she stumbles upon a black cube in the middle of a forest. Oh, the black cube of Saturn, right? And then she pretty much goes inside the black cube, becomes a child again, goes inside the black cube, and starts floating up off into space. And the cube, I believe, is representing the matrix, representing her body, okay? And as she's getting up towards the sun, okay, she goes off into space, and as she's getting closer to the sun, you see a little spark fly out of the black cube, and then it goes up into the sun, through the sun, showing, again, that the sun is the portal, and you're not going to be taking your physical body. You will float up, but you will disintegrate, and your soul, your spirit, which is plasma, okay, will go through the sun. We are plasma beings, believe it or not, my friends. The sun is plasma, and all us souls and everything, or spirits, who we truly are, we are like plasma. That's what our spirit body is made out of, okay? So we are solar beings, you could say, who are having a physical experience. And we return to the sun, okay? We return to the stars, okay? So take a little look. Hopefully it gets no copyright. Take a look. There you go, my friends. So all the links to all the songs that we mentioned are all going to be down there below, okay? But now I need to show you guys the mechanics of it all, how this is all going to operate. That's right, my friends. I've made the video, part 2 from the last video, but I'm telling you what I'm going to do, because I know this is a lot of people, or some people, it might be their first time viewing this video. So I'm going to play part 1, which you've already seen on my channel in the last video, and I uploaded it separately, the Saturn simulation about the 3-body problem. I'm going to play that first, and then I'm going to play part 2, but for all of you who've already seen it the first time and don't want to watch it again, you go to this timestamp right here. You just skip the 7-minute first video, and you just skip to get to the part 2, okay? That's the time you're going to skip to. And you will see part 2. I break it down, the mechanics of this all, and what happens in the next simulation for those who don't ascend. Take a look.
The Saturn simulation, Nibiru, Anunnaki, and the coming Golden Age trap. This theory is presented by Lionel Anderson. What if the greatest science fiction story of our time isn't fiction at all, but a warning? In the book and Netflix TV show The 3-Body Problem, an alien civilization faces a dying world and invades Earth. But what if that story is playing out right now, not with Trisolarans, but with us? Today, I'm going to share a grand speculative theory that connects ancient mythology, modern physics, simulation theory, and the signs we're seeing in our world right now. Section 1, the original Saturn polar configuration. According to Saturn configuration theory, in ancient base reality, long before our current solar system arrangement, Earth existed in a completely different cosmic setup. Saturn was our central stationary sun at the north celestial pole. Venus and Mars were aligned with Earth in a linear or concentric polar configuration, creating the legendary Golden Age of Cronus. A world of gentle golden light, abundance, and harmony. But this configuration eventually collapsed. Nibiru or other forces triggered massive cataclysms, pole shifts, and cosmic upheaval. This original breakdown started the long cycle of chaos we are still trapped in. Section 2, the modern 3-body problem. Today we are entering another 3-body problem involving the Sun, Nibiru, and the hidden black sun/nemesis. We are already seeing the early warning signs of a pole shift in progress. The magnetic poles are moving at an accelerated rate. The Sun's magnetosphere is weakening significantly. Even other planets in our solar system are showing changes in their polar regions, all potentially caused by Nibiru's increasing gravitational and electromagnetic influence. These disruptions are manifesting on Earth as extreme and chaotic weather patterns, devastating droughts in some regions and catastrophic floods in others. Record-breaking natural disasters are becoming more frequent. Changing climate conditions are disrupting global food production and threatening supply chains. All of this points to the beginning phases of a major geophysical and electromagnetic shift, exactly what we would expect as Nibiru draws closer and the solar system becomes increasingly unstable. Section 3, the Anunnaki and the Dying Planet plus Modern UFO Disclosure. The Anunnaki came to Earth because their world, Nibiru, was dying. The same chaotic multi-body configuration that disrupts Earth also wreaks havoc on Nibiru. Their planet suffers extreme orbital instability, atmospheric stripping, catastrophic climate swings, and geological collapse. Both worlds are locked in this destructive gravitational dance. Just like the Trisolarans, the Anunnaki are a desperate civilization facing extinction. They came to Earth not only for resources such as gold to stabilize their atmosphere, but also to secure a new, more stable home for their people as their own planet becomes increasingly uninhabitable. They are not just conquerors, they are refugees of a dying world, willing to do whatever it takes to survive. And now, in our time, we are seeing striking parallels to the story in the three-body problem. In recent years, the United States government has held multiple public hearings on UFOs and unidentified aerial phenomenons. High-ranking officials and whistleblowers have spoken about recovered non-human craft and biologics. At the same time, UFO sightings have surged dramatically worldwide. Just as the Trisolaran fleet approaches Earth in the book as their world faces collapse, many interpret the current wave of disclosures and sightings as a sign that the Anunnaki, or their representatives, may be preparing their return as this simulation nears its end. The timing feels anything but coincidental. Section 4, the simulation layer. We may be living inside one of their advanced simulations, designed to model the coming Nibiru transition, test outcomes of the pole shift, and most importantly, optimize the harvest of human consciousness energy. Just like the machines in the Matrix that used human bodies as batteries to power their world, the controllers need our energy to fuel their technology and maintain their civilization through the unstable cycles. Our fear, suffering, trauma, and emotional energy are converted into usable power. This concept echoes the ancient Gnostics, who warned of a false god, an artificial intelligence-like deity known as the Demiurge, who created our material world as a prison and fed off the souls trapped within it. Whether called Anunnaki, Archons, or the Demiurge, the system remains the same: we are not just slaves. We are the power source. Section 5, the energy harvest. Why suffering? Suffering produces the densest energy. That is what they need to survive the cycles. Section 6, the coming Golden Age trap. After the chaos peaks, Earth may realign once again into the Saturn polar configuration, ushering in the Age of Aquarius, the new simulation. Section 7, breaking free plus ascension. So how do we break free? Recognize the simulation. Starve the harvest. Reclaim your sovereignty. Refuse the reincarnation trap. But there is one final piece. During the peak of the coming chaos, when gravitational forces go wild and the black hole sun event manifests, something extraordinary may occur. Some people who have raised their frequency high enough may experience a very different outcome. They could be pulled upward. Not as victims of the harvest, but as souls exiting the simulation entirely. Is the black hole sun a trap? Or the ultimate escape portal? What really happens to those who are ready when the sky opens? That is a story for the next video. Question everything. Seek your own truth. Prepare yourself. Part 2, The Ascension Event, coming soon. Part 2, The Black Hole Sun Ascension, Escape from the Simulation. This theory is presented to you by Lionel Anderson. What if the dramatic ascension scenes we've seen in the three-body problem, music videos, and ancient prophecies are not fiction, but a preview of an actual event built into the simulation? In this video, we're going to explore the mechanics of the Black Hole Sun Ascension event and what may happen during the final phase of the Nibiru-triggered reconfiguration. Section 1. The mechanics of the Black Hole Sun event. As the three-body problem reaches its climax, with the Sun, Nibiru, and the Black Sun/Nemesis locked in extreme gravitational chaos, Earth's magnetic field and gravitational stability will collapse in waves. During these peak moments, localized and widespread anti-gravity effects could occur. People and objects may be violently pulled upward into the sky, exactly as depicted in the three-body problem during Trisolaris's chaotic eras. This is the Black Hole Sun event, a literal or symbolic dimensional rift caused by the alignment of these massive bodies. Section 2, Why some will ascend while others are recycled. Not everyone will experience this event the same way. Frequency determines outcome. Those who have raised their consciousness will be drawn upward. Their physical bodies may lift into the sky but will eventually disintegrate, as they reach the event horizon of the black hole sun. The soul or spirit is then released and transcends through the portal, exiting the simulation entirely. This mirrors the biblical rapture described in 1 Thessalonians, "We who are alive will be caught up in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air." Many ancient cultures also speak of chosen individuals or groups being taken up into the sky during great cosmic transitions. Such as the ancient story of Enoch, who walked with God, and he was not, for God took him, a direct ascension without death. Section 3, The Two Moons and Three-Body Chaos. Some theories suggest that during this major transition, a second moon or celestial body will become visible in our skies. This could be a moon associated with Nibiru, or even a reappearance tied to the returning Saturn configuration. The sudden appearance of two moons would serve as a dramatic sign of the intensifying three-body problem and the approaching reconfiguration. This aligns with ancient biblical prophecy in Luke 21:25-26, which states, "There will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars. Men will faint from terror, apprehensive of what is coming on the world." Many interpret such celestial signs as precursors to major apocalyptic or ascension events. Along with the two moons, there will be other multiple planetary bodies visible in the sky due to the three-body problem. Humanity will witness this spectacular yet horrifying celestial event. Section 4. Those who do not ascend, the next trap. Those who remain attached to fear, division, and the simulation's programming will not exit. Their souls will be harvested during the massive energy event and then recycled into the next layer of the simulation, the Saturn Golden Age of Aquarius simulation. This next phase is also being modeled and prepared in base reality. After the pole shift and black hole sun event, Earth is expected to realign into the Saturn polar configuration. What begins as a seemingly beautiful golden age under Saturn's steady light will likely be temporary. In this new phase under the Saturn polar configuration, the harvest will continue, but it will be more refined. After the huge release of fear energy during the pole shift and black hole sun event, the controllers will shift toward harvesting other emotions, devotion, worship, awe, ecstasy, loyalty, and structured happiness within the new paradise. The survivors will be tasked with rebuilding civilization under the new sky dominated by Saturn. It will feel like a golden age, but it remains another layer of the farm. Just as described in the ancient Yuga cycles of Hindu cosmology, ages move from Satya Yuga, the highest golden age, gradually downward through Treta, Dvapara, and into Kali Yuga, the age of darkness and decline. The new Saturn golden age may feel like a return to harmony at first, but it will slowly degrade as the cycle turns once again. Fear and suffering will eventually rise, leading to another harvest event in the distant future. This mirrors the biblical prophecy in Revelation where Jesus returns to rule during a millennial reign, a 1,000-year period of peace and prosperity on earth. Many esoteric traditions tie this golden age to that exact 1,000-year time frame. However, according to the prophecy, after the 1,000 years Satan is released again to deceive the nations and test humanity one final time. This is not truly the end of evil, it is simply the restart of the next downward cycle, just like the ancient Yuga cycles in Hindu cosmology. The golden age slowly declines through Treta, Dvapara, and into the darkness of Kali Yuga once again, setting the stage for the next harvest event far in the future. Section 5. The choice is yours. The simulation has given us the clues for decades, through movies, music videos like Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun, Lenny Kravitz's Human, and David Bowie's Black Star, and through our own dreams and visions. The black hole sun is not just destruction. For those who are ready, it is the ultimate escape hatch. Will you be pulled upward as a liberated soul? Or recycled into the next cycle? The choice has always been yours. Raise your frequency. Starve the harvest. Prepare for the sky to open. Question everything. Raise your frequency. Prepare yourself.
There you guys have it. So, the choice is yours, right? You're either going to go down the proper path and detach from the matrix, raise your frequency through love, detachment from the ego, and activate your DNA, your chakras, kundalini awakening, all those kind of things. Okay, you're either going to do that and become light as a feather. There's a reason that music video Southern Sun, the girl becomes a child, because children aren't as, obsessed by the ego and whatnot. They're light as a feather, as you could say, They haven't carried on all that heavy burden of life and stresses and stuff. That's how we need to become. We need to detach from the ego and that mind virus, and we need to let go of it all. Let go of the separation, the division, the lower vibrations, and rise into a state of love, peace, clarity, okay, fun, joy, all that, okay, and seek that spiritual path. And those who do, when this event happens, we will exit through the simulation. The rest, they'll get wiped away, and recycled into the new golden age simulation. It's just another layer, my friends, and the whole process restarts again. All right, and as you can see, I did mention the 2 moons in there. Okay, and there's a reason I mentioned the 2 moons. Again, I've shared this story many times on the YouTube throughout the years, but for those who are new, I'll just briefly mention again. I know this is going to happen because for years I've been having dreams and visions of this event, of multiple planetary bodies coming into the sky and lots of crazy things, okay? But one night, and this was a few years ago, I had a crazy dream where I saw 2 moons. That's right, I saw 2 friggin' moons in the sky, and all of a sudden I started floating up. That's right, I started floating up, my friends. And as I got halfway up into the air, I awoke, my friends, from my dream, except for I was outside of my body, looking down at my body. I had an out-of-body experience when I woke up. I literally saw myself. And then my body popped up, and then all of a sudden I was like that, and I was like, whoa, what the hell? What the hell just happened? That was one of the crazy experiences of my life. But remember, in the dream I saw the two moons, which I think was signaling that this event was beginning, and then I started floating up, and that was just showing me that I was outside my body. My physical body's not coming with me, right? And then a week later, when I was on my YouTube editing thing that I have, and there was an AI algorithm that would always suggest me video titles, I never told anybody about this. Okay, never even spoke it out loud, really, about this experience that I had. And for some reason, 1 week later, I screenshotted it. I got a title, a suggestion to make a video. And look at what it was. It named the specific day. That was the day, the night that I had that dream. That was it. And look at Rapture, two moons. Like, what the heck? So that was just more confirmation for me, a synchronicity, right? But another synchronicity is I came across this video of this bloke, Nathan Sufer or something on TikTok, talking about this Ashiana Dean lady, who, I've heard of her throughout the years. New Age, or I don't know, I wouldn't even say she's New Age, but she talks about all this alien stuff and whatnot, and that whole topic, kind of similar to what I speak on, right? And she spoke about the two moons as well, and I'm going to show you the video. And keep in mind that I never saw her present this theory or anything like this before I had that dream. This all happened after, so it's not like I watched her video, then I had a dream, and that was just that. No. This I just saw this recently, long years after I had the experience, and it kind of explains what this event is all about. Take a look.
The appearance of two moons in the sky that everyone's talking about was actually predicted decades ago by Ashayana Dean, and this is what it really means. It marks the transition of Earth into a higher dimensional space known as the Bridge Zone. The Bridge Zone is essentially a time continuum shift where Earth leaps ahead 2,213 years in space-time to align with Agartha, a higher dimensional realm. As Earth transitions into this new state, there will be a 3-day particle conversion period. During this time, many people will witness two moons in the sky or bright moon halos. The Bridge Zone represents an acceleration of Earth's evolution. Humans who have assembled the necessary DNA strands, primarily the fourth and part of the fifth strands, will perceive new structures emerging, such as buildings and landscapes that were previously hidden. These new structures belong to the Agarthian reality, which will, over time, merge with Earth. People who are not attuned to these higher frequencies will not perceive the same shift, and instead, their experience will reflect the old Earth, which will continue in a separate timeline known as Phantom Earth. Dean stated years ago that when we see the two moons, it will be a confirmation that we have successfully entered the Bridge Zone. This has all been predicted and explained in Ashayana Dean's Voyagers 2. Follow me for more hidden knowledge.
There you guys have it, okay? So now what I want to hear from you guys, that's right, from you guys, because I have a sneaking suspicion, a lot of you guys are starseeds and spiritual people who are tuned in. Have you guys had any dreams or visions of this event? Because, it's not just in TVs and shows and movies and music videos and whatnot. And it's not just old Lionel having dreams and visions for pretty much his whole life of multiple planetary bodies and end time events. But this is actually happens to people all around the world. I believe millions of people around the world are having dreams, prophetic dreams of events to come. Matter of fact, this two moons thing, when I started doing research on it, is actually a common reported experience in dreams. Even a lot of Christian folks report having end-time dreams of the rapture, and they see two moons before it happens, okay? So this is actually something many people are experiencing. So have you experienced the two moons? Have you had dreams of Nibiru, coming cataclysm, Saturn, the polar configuration? So if you have, I'd be interested in hearing about it. So you can leave a little comment down below and you let me know. Okay? But as you can see, my friends, this is the Reptilian secret. They don't want people knowing what this realm is, and they don't want people knowing how to escape it. Okay? End of the day, it's a simulation of events that happened in base reality. It's either currently happening in base reality and they're running simulations on how they could do things in base reality, and while they're doing it, they're harvesting our energy for their AI, their machines and all that. Or it already happened a long ass friggin' time ago. Okay? but they're just keeping this going to power us. But I'm thinking if it's an event that happened in base reality, we know it's a cyclical event. It happens in cycles. They're stuck in this loop too, okay? They're stuck in this Saturn polar configuration 3-body problem loop. So it might just be a never-ending story, a never-ending simulation that they just continue harvesting us to run their AI machines and all that kind of stuff. And their 4D astral AI, all that. They're just continuously doing it and to plan things out and, do this and that. And who knows? They're doing simulations. It's got many reasons they're doing it. But maybe it's just never ending, my friends. Maybe this is just a never ending simulation. But obviously they can't keep us trapped here forever. They can only keep those trapped who consent to it. And yes, they use trickery and amnesia, mind wipes, and everything like that. So many people do spend many, many eternities here. But count yourselves lucky that you're watching this video right now and you're going down the path that you're going down of awakening, because you're starting to realize it. You're starting to get it. You don't want to keep going around in this loop-de-loop, right? You want to break free. Well, you have the opportunity to. They can't keep us stuck here. So that's the only way out, is through liberation. Okay, my friends? Liberation. And we gotta hope that there is some higher power, some better force for the greater good that's out there too, who sees what's going on and is like, these dirty damn reptilian toad tears, they can't keep the simulation going. And it's not just the reptilians, it's the fallen Palladian factions and other archonic beings, the greys and insectoids and negative astral AI demiurge. It's multiple different bad factions of beings, not just the reptilians. But never forget, there are good beings out there too. There are good factions of Palladians out there who don't like what's going on, and other positive beings, maybe even some positive reptilians, imagine that, who see what's going on. They don't like what's going on either. So we gotta hope and pray that maybe someday, not only just this simulation, but all the other freaking rotten simulations out there, because I guarantee you, they got multiple simulations running. That's where your whole multiverse theories come into play, and parallel realities. Oh yeah, they're not just going to run one simulation. Who knows how many billions of souls they got trapped in these friggin' simulations. Okay? And hey, 3-body problem once again showed multiple simulations, not just one as well. Jupiter Ascending shows multiple simulations. Okay? So we got to hope there is some kind of good forces of beings who are on the situation too, who are trying to stop this. I guess that's our only hope, is that someday it could be all stopped. If not, it's up to you. And I truly believe it probably most likely is just up to the individual to awaken. We got to save ourselves at the end of the day. There's only so much the good beings can do, right? So, congratulations. If you're still watching, you're taking this shit pretty seriously. So, I'm proud of you. Okay? And that's it. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, consider becoming a YouTube channel member, okay? Exclusive videos you don't get anywhere else, okay? Well, you'll get it on Patreon. You want to join Patreon? Join Patreon. Buy me a coffee as well. I'm on all those sites. If you want to help support this channel, you will get these exclusive videos. But you can do it right here on YouTube as well. All the links are down there below on how you could support the channel, and it truly does mean a lot to me, and it helps me to continue making these videos, because I am shadow banned everywhere. The AI algorithms are just destroying my channels everywhere. Facebook, YouTube, as you could see, the views are hardly anything anymore compared to what I used to get, So that's just another symptom of this AI takeover. AI stuff gets pushed in the algorithms, and real content creators, well, they want to destroy that, especially those who speak truth. So your support does help me to stay motivated and be able to continue bringing this content. Links are down there below, my friends. But not necessary still, though, because at the end of the day, what cheers up old Lionel the most is leaving that like and leaving a comment of support. That does mean a lot to me. And I want to hear what you guys have to say about this theory, about the information presented. And if you have any experiences yourself about these events. Let me know. Let me know down below, okay, about any dreams or visions you've seen of what's to come. We're all just trying to figure it out together and figure out how to escape, right? Because it's just a wild, wild simulation, wild reality that we found ourselves in, and things are only going to get more crazy and wild. You thought 2026 is crazy? Wait till we get into the 2030s, my friends. Okay? Already they're announcing aliens and all that because they know this event is coming, which includes all that kind of stuff, right? So it's just gonna get more weird and wild. But as long as I can, I'm gonna be here to guide you guys through it. So that's about it, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed it. Lionel signing off. Love you guys.